Hey guys, it's Carly, and today I am thrilled to be guesting here on the Trinity Stamps channel. Trinity Stamps, thank you so much for inviting me to share here, and thank you for letting me play with the adorable goodies from the new Sweet Summer collection. So let's jump in and create my favorite kind of card to make, a shaker card. To start, I want some rainbow cardstock for die cutting letters. So I'm going to make some. So I'm using a blending tool, just plain white cardstock, and some Distress Oxide inks to ink blend a simple rainbow. Because I'm die cutting this into individual letters, I don't feel like my blend has to be perfect, but I like that the oxides are so easy to blend, and I like that overlapping these colors gives me a little bit of an orange color and a little bit of a green color in there too. I'm using the Trinity Modern Embossed Alphabet dies to create my custom sentiment. It's going to say, "You are sweet." And I just love this die set. I love the shape of the letters and I love the embossed detail that you get. I think I'm going to be using it a lot. Once I've got it all cut out, I'm just going to use a piece of low-tack tape on my card panel as kind of a guide so that I can put my sweet sentiment across the panel. Now, after I've got my spacing all sorted out, I'm just using a good old glue pen to adhere those letters onto the card front. Once the sweet word is all adhered, I'm going to remove that tape, and then I'm going to grab some scissors and just trim off any bits of letter that are overhanging. Then I'm going to grab the letters for U and R and lay them out across my panel, again, just to get my spacing right. I'm also going to grab the little layered ice cream cone dies and kind of double check my spacing on that too, because I'm going to be using that on top of this custom sentiment that I'm building. Once I've reassured myself that this is indeed going to work, I'm going to grab just another piece of low-tack tape and put it back on top of the sweet word, just kind of as an extra guide to make sure things are straight. I'm naturally an eyeballer. I want to just eyeball it, but then things are naturally crooked. So any kind of tools I can use to kind of help myself measure without really having to measure, those work for me. And also, while we're talking about not measuring, that's actually why I'm putting my "You Are Sweet" kind of tilted across my panel and not straight on, because it gives me a little more wiggle room to look good but not actually be precise and perfect. Got my scissors again to trim off the overhanging letters again, and then I'm going to grab that little layered ice cream cone die set, the scoop on top and the little waffle cone, and I'm just using them again to measure. I'm not going to die cut the waffle cone from my card panel, but I am going to die cut the ice cream part. So I want to make sure I've got it in the right place, then just tack it down with some low-tack tape and run it through my die cut machine, and that is going to be where my shaker window is. The cone I've die cut out of craft cardstock. I'm going to give it a little tiny bit of dimension with just a quick bit of Copic marker in those embossed lines, and then I'm going to blend them out with a colorless blender. So it really is very, very subtle, but just a tiny bit of dimension on that die cut. Now, after the cone is dry, I'm going to use a glue pen to adhere it onto the front of my card, and I love how perfectly the ice cream scoop and the cone line up. This die set is designed so well. I love it. Once I've got that on there, I am going to make my shaker window final by putting a piece of acetate on the back there. So I like to put some heavy duty double-sided tape on the edge of my acetate and then go around any intricate die cut opening with a glue pen just to make sure that my shaker window is good and sealed. To add a little color to my shaker background, I've got 2 of those Distress Oxide inks again, my blending tool, and I'm just blending on the card front where the shaker window is going to fall. And while I'm blending, I use the panel that has the shaker window to double check and make sure I've got ink in all the right spaces. So I just keep picking it up and putting it over and make sure I like what I see. Behind that shaker window, I have made a shaker container with foam tape, and now I'm filling it with cute little shaker bits. And Trinity really has some of the best shaker bits. For this one, I'm using Soapy Bubbles and Sugared Soiree, and I'm just putting them in there. I am pulling out a few of the colors from the Sugared Soiree that don't match my scheme. So lime green and orange, sorry, not today. We're sticking with those beautiful pinks and yellows and blues. Now the last thing to do is just remove the backing from that foam tape and use my folded card to just seal the whole thing and finish my shaker card. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you had fun. I hope you get to craft today. Thank you, Trinity, for having me. It was really, really fun to be here and help you celebrate your sweet summer. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great day.